One of the most frequently asked questions we get at tigerfitness.com are about pro hormones. What are the pros and cons? Now, I'm old enough to remember when pro hormones kind of debuted. Mark McGuire getting caught with the androstenedione because all he was taking was androstenedione. Let's be real here. So pro hormones are basically a precursor to steroids. But when you take pro hormones, let's say the old school androstenedione, let's say you're even getting into the 1-ADs, the things like that, you're still going to suppress your system. So when you add exogenous hormones to your body stops producing because it doesn't need it. It senses, hey, I'm already getting this stuff. So essentially your testicles are like, what am I producing this for? I don't even have to do it. So it stops producing it. So when you take something like an insurgent or a barracuda, that is endogenous testosterone. I want to make a distinction. So natural testosterone boosters that do work. Do they work as well as steroids? Absolutely not. Anybody who tells you they do is an absolute liar. So you look at MTS Nutrition Insurgent, you're looking at, according to human data we have, about a 20% increase in total and free testosterone. Put that in perspective. If your testosterone, we're just going to make up a number, is at 100, get you up to 120. Ooh, right? That's still great, puts you in a more anabolic state, but it's not going to be steroid-like. Now, if you inject enough testosterone, you can take that 100 to 40,000. I've seen it done. Not saying it's done frequently, but I've seen it done. I've seen the blood work, and a lot of you have probably heard of people doing that. So that is the difference between natural testosterone boosters and pro hormones. Now, what you see for sale, for example, on tigerfitness.com, are third-generation DHEAs, which means that they're far down the line. They convert through different pathways, not getting too scientific about it. So it takes a few steps. Now, one thing I would be cognizant of is we are not quite sure if they suppress you like the old school pro hormones or the straight up testosterones, the straight up steroids of the world. But there is the chance that that'll happen. So how do you mitigate that? At the end of the day, if it does suppress you, it's a matter of how much and if it completely shuts you down. So if it completely shuts you down, that's something you do need to worry about. That's why, of course, consult your doctor before taking any supplement or any steroid or anything of that nature. But I would look into some kind of a post-cycle therapy that would hopefully increase your endogenous production and also decrease the potential concurrent increase in testosterone. So one thing I would look at is, can I take a natural test booster? So if I was to do a new school pro hormone cycle, all the DHEAs that are completely legal based on DSHEA. DSHEA is the act we all follow. It's a Dietary Supplement and Health Act. So when you take that and you come off, let's say you do 4 weeks, then you come off, what I would recommend is starting an endogenous test booster, like an insurgent, like a barracuda. What I would do is I'd start with 4 weeks of barracuda stacked with insurgent, then just continue insurgent from there on, because you do not need to cycle insurgent. Whereas a barracuda, it has DAA. DAA, it doesn't get bad, nothing gets weird if you take it prolonged. It just loses its effect at increasing your testosterone. Now, if you look at DAA, you're looking at as much of a 40% increase in total testosterone, which is pretty friggin' cool. Again, not steroid-like, but pretty friggin' cool, right? It'll definitely have some benefits for you. So as you look at pro hormones, if they're right for you, the one is there are some unknown risks. There's not a lot of human data on these third generation pro hormones. We just know that they're natural according to DSHEA, and they can be sold. But if there is a drop in your body's natural production, you do need to make up for that. Sometimes, most times, your body will just kick in and start producing after a little bit of time, noticing that you're not getting that signal of the exogenous testosterone. However, or that exogenous hormone. However, to kickstart it, you can't go wrong with a good natural test booster. Again, my recommendation would be Insurgent, Barracuda for the first 4 weeks, keep Insurgent going, and MTS Nutrition Tyrant helps control bad estrogen and also helps control cortisol. So that'll help decrease that potential for negative side effects from having a concurrent increase in estrogen. So that is my opinion on pro hormones. So if you have any questions, of course, we're always here to help you at tigerfitness.com. Thanks so much for watching.